I know that this is a part of your tour, uh, true temples, before you're looking at true career choices. You drop by this center, what do you call, Tiratana orphanage, welfare society, where you, so the, what did you see there? Did you, was it your first time there? What did you witness over there? What's that? Old folks, senior citizens, and then there were children too. Elderly, okay. hmm And then here, what did you observe in this temple? Huh? Took your shoes off? No, I mean, what did you witness during your experience so far? It's been, I think, uh-huh. I probably think it's the oldest Theravada Buddhist temple, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Built in 1890 or 1880. Yeah, a bunch of Sri Lankan individuals, gentlemen here. And yeah, so the Vihara has been evolving, developing in terms of buildings. At the same time, their outreach. And then you are going back to Tiratana Klang and you're staying overnight over there. Good, good. It's a very good plan. All right, so I was invited by Sister Lala, probably your coordinator at the university, to speak to you about, I would say, career choices. Of course, you are going to make career choices no matter what, but career choices through the lens of a Buddhist point of view. This is what I will be talking, and then maybe we're going to have a good Q&A, because it's not a one-way kind of a talk. And plus, this involves everybody's life. So it's good that we look at it from different angles. Have you ever heard that you could think about some Buddhist versions of the career choices? Maybe not. All right, before forgetting, let's pay homage to Buddha 3 times. All right. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tasse bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhasse. Namo tasse bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhasse. Namo tasse bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhasse. All right, so we pay homage to the Buddha as a respect for the teachings. So not many people think that they could consider some of the Buddhist, I would say, ideas, Buddhist thoughts about making a career choice. Now, you as young adults, I would think maybe you are teenagers, teenagers probably, would like to consider your path. Maybe you may have definitely your own version in looking at it, but let's see what we can learn out of it. Our topic today is going to be, how should Buddhists think through career choices? Now, some people say that not I found my career, but the career found me. Have you seen such people claiming careers found me, not I found the career? So if that is going to happen, that is a good thing, but it is not to many people. Okay, bunch of careers. So we probably don't need to limit ourselves to these careers too, because we can open up, we can sort of broaden our mind. I hear a sound. Okay, good. So I would say we can open up for many other areas of careers. Let's see, this is just a... Okay, what is a career? The job or series of jobs that you do during your working life, especially if you continue to get better jobs and earn more money. All right. So, what do you think about career? Do you think that career is important now? Are you in the same grade in the university, or are you in different grades? The years. Okay. Let me get to know you. How about you? In which year are you in? In the grade? You mean you are a first year undergrad? Mm-hmm. How about you? Third year. Ah, yes, that's better. We'll start. Yeah. All right. First year undergrad. Sophomore. Sophomore. Freshman. Okay. And you? Third year. Third year. Ah, traditional Chinese medicine. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, you all from the same area. Really? All right. And how about you? English literature. Which year are you in? First year. Okay. Good. Good. Second year. How about Lala? Okay, you are coordinating. Okay, good. Okay, good, good, good. Marine. Oh, great. Mm-hmm. Third year, fourth year, almost going to graduate. How about you? Oh, you are a lecturer. Huh? Lab officer. Okay, like an instructor. Okay. Mm-hmm. Then we'll go there. Fourth year. So for those who are going to graduate, we may hear a lot of things from them. Yeah, oh, they're on the verge of land on a job, maybe land on a career. Yes, and you. Uh, Artificial intelligence. Okay, first year. Mm-hmm. TCM undergrad. Yeah, first year. Third year. Great. Finance. Final year. Yes. First year. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, you probably the person who is already graduated. Like a residency. So without that, your degree is not complete. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Okay. Good. He's the one I knew from all of you for the first time because I came to the conference at what is that World Buddhist Conference a few months ago. So he was volunteering there, and the World, which hotel is that? World One World Hotel. I came to present a paper, so he was volunteering. So I get to know him. Foundation. So you are going to the first year undergraduate. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Great. So what did you say that? Can you raise your hand for those who are going to almost finish your degree, fourth year undergrads? You? All right. So three of you? Four. Okay. Your hand is like this. Okay. All right. So and then she, right? One more year. So 5 year degree? It looks like a medicine degree. Medicine. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay. But it's not called MBBS. Western, but it's traditional Chinese medicine. All right. Hmm? It's different than. Okay. Good. Good. All right. So maybe we can ask from them. What do you think about a career? What I think you already chosen your career. you said about your major. Uh, I mean, what are your thoughts? Are you still trying to keep it open, or have you decided already that I'm going to this certain? You keeping still your options open? Okay, nobody wants to get limited to one particular thing, right? All right. Okay, a job, a regular work that a person does to earn money, which comes after probably. Um, and the difference between job and career is clear. Job is something you do on a daily basis, and career is something much broader than that. And there also we have another division: profession and vocation. A profession can be anything from a doctor or painter to a plumber or mechanic. And don't think that I'm trying to categorize jobs. I just wanted to give you an example. These jobs are not anymore white collar, blue collar, right? I mean, people think differently. But when you explain, you have to take examples. It's usually a job or career that requires formal education and training, which is why professions require so much time, energy, and money to acquire. Professions take time, like in the case of your degree and TC, what do you call? Traditional Chinese TCM, and not even your degree, but also everyone's degree. So you are specializing. Do you have general degrees also? General degrees without specializing? No honors degree? Every degree has a specialization. All right. Normally in universities they have general degree and then honors degree. So yeah, so in this case it's clear that you are specializing one particular subject, I would say as a student, and then later on as an expert, right? And a vocation is your calling in life. It is what drives you every day, what inspires and motivates you. It is not just something you do because it helps you pay your bills, but something that can makes you excited to get up every morning and go to work because it brings out your best self and helps other people. This is interesting. Although you specialize, one day, what if you find out, I have no interest about this? You make a lot of good money, but you don't feel that yourself is with this job anymore. That is going to be a problem. That is why even when you are making your first choice to specialize a certain honors degree, it is good to see, it is good to have a very expanded vision. You can make choices, but then you will delay yourself. That is a waste of time. Now in the Western countries, they have what you call, they can change their courses. It is good for the universities because students pay, right? They pay and they change, they pay again. But for them, it might not be a good idea, especially in the course of there's something. So it's good that if you could, if it is possible, to identify that this could be this whole area. I might change jobs, switch jobs between in that area, but that certain specific area. Now, as you said, traditional Chinese medicine, it's a vast area, right? You could work on many areas, right? Probably as a GP, and then you can go on to I would say, any other higher level in that. So the area, identifying that area is very, very important, right? If it is not too late, something to think about, right? It's not like that you have done finance, but then you are working on a different field. You could do, but then when you are, making your CV resume, your education might not, go on a par with that. Probably you are skilled at something else. You are very good. You are a very skilled person, but your education credentials do not go well with those skills. So you will be tossed down in an interview, right? So don't make bad decisions. Make a very good decision at the beginning. You might say that, all right, we have more time. Don't worry about the specific position, specific occupation, but find the area, that bigger area, That is the most important thing, right? So vocation is on top of the career, job, profession. There should be a self motivation. You are motivated to uh, pursue that particular job. Now, I wouldn't call myself as a monk is a career. I would say now I became a monk when I was 12 years old, long time ago. And then I've been in the monkhood for almost now 27 years, right? So when I think about my past, did I make the right decision? And I feel I made the right decision. Then I can be happy. But if I'm not happy, I always have a choice to stay or go. But why should I just only limit myself to the options, two options? Better I make a very good decision at the beginning. But for most of the people, they are not doing it, so they are messing up at the beginning. Maybe they were ill-driven by others, their colleagues, right? Things like that can happen. So why is it too tough? Now we are going to the Buddhist version after. Still, we are just dealing with the general ideas about this choosing a career. Why is it so tough to choose a career? Reasons why you can't decide on a career path. You are scared. What if it doesn't work out? I think it's a common thing, right? Fears arise all the time. You never know. What can we do to overcome that issue? I want to ask somebody of you. There is a initial fear that everybody may struggle in terms of even looking for the specialized subject at the university. What could be the solution for that? You all have your own specialization. Maybe when you were given a chance to, maybe I think before applying the university you have a chance of like navigating through all the courses, right? And then you are trying to fit yourself into that particular thing that you like. In case you had a fear about choosing the course, what helped you to overcome that fear and then to choose the right course? I think you already chosen the course, so maybe you have answers. Mm-hmm. All right. Others? Mm-hmm. So what you say is an early exploration about the. Mm-hmm. So uh, kind of a search about your passion uh, at an early time, not like just be on everywhere. Mm-hmm. Others? Yeah. I wonder it might impact the answers. Yes. What programs? Mm-hmm. 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 That also affects definitely, right? If you go for medicine, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. They're interested. Mm, mm. Mhm. That means this is not anymore a problem. You take care of all the stress. Right? I mean, according to what I understand, your fears are, I would say, already, taken away by the course administrator or somebody. Do the formal application. All right, good, 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 good. Well, I mean, even at that point, it is really, I think, challenging even for a student, like an upcoming student, to approach a university. What is going to work for me? What is Yeah, that's because parents sometimes have not fulfilled what they wanted in their life, their young time. So they want to do a bypass, like a detour through their children. Sometimes. It's, well, some mentality. I'm not saying it's bad. If children like it, why not? But we should not force anybody. Just because anybody does not force you, but if you are not finding your passion, then you are again entering into another dangerous zone. That is even more dangerous than that. I think you can listen to everybody, but you decide after. That is what's supposed to be. You are not, I would say, adequately educated for that particular subject. So that's important. Like, maybe I think nowadays university degrees are not even enough. You may have to go for some vocational training, pass some certificate courses, right? So you should have the full gear before you entering into a certain subject, right? You're not willing to take a risk. Risk taking, is it a good thing? Are we scared of risk taking? I think we are all supposed to take risk, but we have to be very careful. If anybody is not taking a risk, that means that person's life, that company, that college, that education is not going to thrive. Reason is that risks are the innovations at the end. Take a risk, and then at the end they will become innovations. Any examples from your subject wise? Let's say, in your case, there is a traditional Chinese medicine that nobody has found out. Probably, I don't know. Maybe they have not found out. There's not enough experimental research about a particular herb. But now you are doing a research on it, not like just focusing on traditional versions of people. You are doing it in a lab context, like people like you helping them to innovate that experiment, right? And then you need funds, right? So let's say you secure funds from a scholarship or maybe a company, and then you have a hypothesis. I think this drug is going to really work for a particular issue, maybe a particular medicine, particular area, maybe diabetes, right? Right? Because this big pharma is always eating out, huh? Always. They are not trying to innovate more. Maybe if they innovate, because the medicines are very expensive, they don't want to stop them. So at that point, you will have to take a risk. Money wise, time wise, your hypothesis wise, you may be okay, you may be not okay. Researchers are like that. Risks are very important, but if you have to do it in the right way, otherwise you're going to mess up too. This may be one of the reasons why some people don't pursue some careers, right? Now there are people who say, why I did not choose medicine, why I did not choose engineering, why I did not choose languages, right? But they are not real reasons. If you don't want to have a discussion with them, they are not real reasons. They are just biases, prejudices, maybe cultural issues, and so on and so forth. You are having second thoughts, right? Hindsights. You're waiting for things to fall into place. This is something that a lot of people do. I think this is not the perfect time. So it's good in a way, but some people are bringing this to all the moments. Like some Buddhists, there's a very, I would say, regressive point of view that a lot of Buddhists have. Okay, this is my karma, that's why I was poor in this life. Have you heard that? That is not real Buddhism. Because Buddha says karma is not the only way that people experience life. There are four other ways: natural disasters, not managing our mind and thoughts properly, right? And then I would say organic phenomena. Like if you see a tree or plant, from a seed there is a tree comes to be. Photosynthesis. Do we have anything related to karma with those things? No, they are just cosmic phenomena, right? And people get sick, people die. Is it a part of karma? No, because every creature has to spend time and then age and then die. But lazy Buddhists say it is all karma, right? So in the same way, we should not wait till things go into place. We have to do something, right? You are not giving your dreams a chance. Dreaming is good. At the same time, you have to find out some practical ways to yes, achieve them. Dreams have to be workable, right? There are a lot of people who dream really bad, when they wake up they are so bad about it, feel bad about it. But dreaming is good because if you really have a good plan for things to achieve. You're not still sure what you are doing, what you are good at doing. I think that one we have to really find out. We should always find out where we are good at. You are letting other people dictate your career goal. Does this happen in your culture? You should not let other people dictate. How should you respond? Let's say there's an uncle coming over to you in a party, hey son, you should choose medicine. But you are not. What do you do? What are you doing major in? AI, yeah. So you are completely against, you are going against that medicine, that kind of field. Not against, I would say, you are completely opposite. So how would you respond to that uncle? This may not be an uncle, this may be somebody else. Okay. Okay. How do you how do you deal with a situation where somebody is trying to pushing your buttons too hard, too hard on getting onto a certain area which you don't like? Yeah. Okay. You want to be polite, don't want to offend anybody, right? Oh, okay. Being smart. You want to protect what you like, you want to protect the politeness. Both sides you protect, being very wise. Yeah. Oh, you pay for the scholarship. Okay. Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. So AI was not your first choice. What was your first choice like? Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Mm-hmm. All right. So any other answers, ways that you handle a possible potential forcing about your, I would say, maybe a specialization of your degree or maybe a career also, certain point. Okay. Okay. He or she will stop the conversation and walk away. He or she will walk away right away. All right. Yes, you have anything to say? All right. Um, who are the other possible people who could sort of do that, going beyond the elderly or senior citizens? Do you get? Okay. I don't think your colleagues would do that. Friends are friends. Let's talk about the friends version. Oh, friends of parents. Parents' friends. Oh, your friends' parents. What is going to be with them? Out of the country. Okay, making you to think that Malaysian credentials are kind of okay. Okay. Well, yeah. So, anyways, we are not letting our real decisions to be bothered by other people's things. Well, I mean, if that person is saying something true which we don't understand, there are certain situations like that. My mom and dad said, "Don't go to a temple, become a monk." When I was 12 years old, my siblings were also very small. I said, "No, I want to go." I just went. I don't know what's going to happen there, but I went. And then I could catch up with the stuff after some time. Right? But had not done that at that point, I would have not been like this, on the both side, academic side and the Dhamma speaker or practitioner side. Right? So sometimes we may have to make a tough, position, but we have to always do a self-check. Is this really good? Is this person really telling me something that I should think about? Not just only what I call declining those things. Some people listen to everybody and then they do whatever they want at the end. That is also a good choice. Okay? You just listen to them. Many studies in recent years have shown that people want something for their work but end up unhappy elsewhere. We hear in the news that professionals all over the world are quitting their professions to pursue something completely different that they had always wanted to do but were unsure where their career paths would take. Now, the digital time, the high peak, I think. So, people would not like to work from 8 to 4, 9 to 5. Normally, that kind of an idea. But they have no choice. So, they have to still go and then work. Right? I think people like looking at kind of a work-life balance more than the 90s, 80s, 70s people. Their idea is you have to hard work and then you make more money. Right? Nowadays, people are trying to think that why we want to be under somebody. Why can't I make my own? Like making a YouTube channel, like you're going to be your own entrepreneur. You make money, but it is not very, I would say, you might not be very happy at the end because although you make money. So, we can see that people are not getting happy. Some people are happy, but some people are not getting happy. There may be some reasons. What can we learn from Buddhism to make a good career choice? I will explain to you the context behind everything here. You might see these are very modern sayings, but I will explain to you. Invest time in figuring out what matters to you. As you said, it takes time. It takes time. If it is a self journey, it takes time to think about where will I be able to fit myself in. Do that. Like before you write anything, you have to brainstorm, right? In the same way, it is really good to give some time. Does this apply to everything? Yes. Even your relationships, your other things, everything is related to this particular thing. Giving some time, taking some time to think about what would be the good choice. Understand what are you truly passionate about. And thereby you come to a certain point. Yes, I think. It's like that you're going to buy a good camera. Are you going to go to one shop and, okay, I'm going to buy this camera. Are you going to do that? No, you do your own search online, maybe other companies. You go to probably at least 10, 12 shops. You try to touch the camera. You're going to feel how does it look like? Does it have this and that? What are the pros? What are the cons? You do a lot of research. Why is it? Because you know that if you do that, you can find a good camera for you. Latest, maybe everything that you need. So why don't we do that for jobs? Why don't we do that for other things? I'm not saying we can do the exact same thing, but the nature. the certain nature of what you are doing with that particular thing. It's good to really find out where you are really passionate about. Where do you want to be in 10 years? Yes, you could do a career change every 10 years, but it's good to see that you have a long-term plan. The Buddha says that, yes, it's good to do a long-term plan. We have to be far-sighted. Don't be short-sighted. Sometimes we get angry and we tell bad things to other people. Then, at the end of the day, we feel very unhappy. What did I do today? I really talk bad about other people. I could have behaved differently. Why? We don't take time. The Buddha says, before you talk, think about. Even before you think about. you have a choice. Should I think about it? No. Before I act, definitely think about. Because actions come finally. Thoughts, speech, and then action. Even before you think about, because we have a thinking mind compared to animals. We have a thinking mind, not just a normally existing mind. Think, speak, think, act. That really helps us to, be far-sighted, wise beings. You know that there's a difference between knowledge, intelligence, and wisdom, right, in Buddhism? How do we know those words? How do you define these three terms? Knowledge, then intelligence, and wisdom. Anybody? Sources, probably the best information about a certain subject, right? Then intelligence. So you are organizing that knowledge which you acquired from a very verified source. Now you understand, if you do medicine, you have to find out information from particular reputed journals. They are verified information. They are not just somebody posted online. Verified sources. And now you have the task of organizing them, reorganizing them, trimming them. Then what are the other things you do for information, research? There are things people do for research. Sampling. There are a lot of things people do for the research. And they try to take the essence of that particular research that can fit onto their upcoming research. Right? So intelligence seems to be a better organization of the knowledge. And that wisdom, there should be something higher than that, but what is it? Integrate into what? Great. You're almost there. That means integrating the intelligence into a real case scenario. That is difficult for many. Now it's like listening to a Dhamma talk, good things, but when the anger rises in you, you are not able to lower it. Why is it? You are not able to apply that intelligence into that particular scenario, right? It is same like you sit for an exam, right? In exams, they ask different questions, like even though it might be multiple choices. So they are trying to check whether you can bring that intelligence, that to organize true knowledge, into a real case scenario. It is the same into the real life too. Yeah, it is. Because wisdom has different dimensions. Yeah. Let me tell you, in Hinduism, I study Sanskrit for my bachelor's. In Hinduism, there is a stanza which says they have what you call general practice and then the surgery. Charaka, Sushruta, like two books, very, very bulky books like, like this screen, GP and the surgery. So mostly a student pursues one area and then something like, so it takes 12 years to finish at that time. At that time, there's no technology and all that. Once you done the surgery part, then normally student is sent to the forest, asking him or her to find out a herb that is not suitable for a certain sickness. They are sending him or her to the forest. If he or she picks up a certain herb that he or she thinks that this is not going for a medicine, then the teacher is saying, you have not studied this particular herb. That means every herb is part of preventing, destroying germs or sicknesses. Interesting, right? That is the Indian medicine, because I think the Ayurveda comes from India. So, it's like that. So that means we have to have this practical knowledge. Without the practical knowledge, any knowledge is going to be null and void, right? There's a Sri Lankan story which says one teacher told, is a lay teacher, to his student. He had 10 very usual students. Whenever something arises, you must read this book, and then the book has everything for any solution. Whenever something happens to you personally, to us as a group, you must consult the book and then see it and then do whatever it is asked. So they were going on a trip and they had to cross a river on a footbridge. So the teacher fell down to the river. So one of the students trying to rescue him. The other say, no, don't do that. The book. Okay, find out the place, the chapter. When the teacher falls into the river, what should we do? Yes. So they were trying, paginating, turning over the pages. They couldn't find anything. The teacher was already drowned. Right? What does it mean? We need real knowledge. The knowledge that can really apply to the real-time data. Now the scientists do that. If you want to find some information, apply it to the real-time data. The data that are available now at this point. Find your solutions for that, not to the 1970s problem, 80s problem, the Buddha time problem, right? That is very important. So being far-sighted, wise is very important. And I think if you are wise, a lot of people will come to you and ask your help as a consultation. If you pick a profession that you don't love, but circumstances made you decide, will you be happy in the long run? That is related to the first thing. That means you have to make a wise decision at the beginning. Can you do something now to curb your regret 10 years later? I mean, these are all about choices. So you have to always make the good decision so that you are not going to regret, repent on anything. That is what the Buddha said. As the Buddha said, before you think. Before you speak, think and speak. Try. It won't be happening all the time. Of course, our human mind is very automatic. But try to do it. At least you are trying to minimize a lot of issues. Sometimes we are trying to be spoiled. We don't want to think. Just let things happen. Yes. But especially for these decisions, you have to think. Seek guidance from professionals in the field, like as what you do in the college and maybe in your life. It's good to have a Kalyana Mitta. What is the word? Kalyana Mitta. Huh? Who is that? Friends? Noble friend. Kalyana Mitta. I think Kalyana Mittas are important. We have a lot of friends, but they are not Kalyana Mittas. Maybe study buddies, drinking buddies, talk buddies, cry buddies, all buddies there, But we need somebody who really wishing our well-being. I don't think you can find, I hope that you are each other like that. I'm not trying to say anything wrong about it, but it's very difficult for us to find out. A lot of people cheat on us. A lot of people turn back to us. It is because it is not their problem. It is that not a lot of people are trying to cultivate the good stuff. What is your real life goal? All right. So that is also very important. That is a part of the wise decision. All right. Finally, how do we connect Buddhist teachings to a process of thinking about making career choices? Number one, in Buddhism, the Buddha says your career choices should be made morally. This is what the Buddha says. You can go do anything in the normal world. You can go, because people, how many things do people do to survive, live? They XYZ, do bad things, right? But the Buddha says no. Our fundamental nature of doing anything should be based on cultivating kusalas, wholesome thing. Never ever cheat on anybody. Never ever take other people's stuff. Never ever destroy other beings. And this could be kind of a framework where we can, okay, any job that has nothing like this, I'm going to do it if it is okay for me. That should be the framework. Let's go down. We call it Samma Ajiva. You can see it here. Samma Ajiva. What is Samma in Pali? This one? Samma means right, good, wholesome. Ajiva means living. Your living has to be a right, good living. Now recently, I think a couple years back, a court in France or Germany, both countries, they said petty theft is okay. Somebody who has no milk, somebody who has no food for her children, they can go and, one of the cases was actually released that way. But as Buddhists, we can't do that. If everybody goes and then loot all the shopping grocery shops, what will happen to the owners? We are not going to do that, right? Sammaji means right living, wholesome living. And the Buddha said, in particular, there are some jobs that a Buddhist should not consider choosing. What are they? Weapons. Weapons, not involving in the industry of weapons. Then human smuggling, that's not a good thing. Human smuggling, business in human beings. Then, this is little controversial, business in meat. There are street workers who probably killing part, although you don't kill or not. Business in intoxicants, and you sell liquor and you sell kind of drugs kind of stuff. That is also not a good one according to Buddhism. And business in poison. Alright, so these 5 were fundamentally treated as not good. But there was a lady here a couple weeks ago, she asked a question, Bhante, I am doing a job in the pest control. Something similar to this. So what I do is, when people call us, there's a rat problem in my house, rats are everywhere, pests are everywhere. How do I see my job? What I said was that, look at the bigger picture. Now, some of the things we have to take it a little differently here. Not the same way how the Buddha said. The Buddha said at that time. Now, life has been different. So, we have to look at it a little differently. Let's say your house has a lot of rats for some reason. Maybe you have not cleaned up. Maybe other rats came from other houses. Somebody sprayed something, all the rats came to your house after that. Then what should you do? You have to do something, right? Otherwise, they will eat your stuff. You get sick, you will die. Who are we going to protect? Animals or humans at that point? We have to think about that bigger version. On the highway, there is an animal coming onto the highway. Now you are an animal lover. Maybe somebody like that. Are you going to stop your car right away on the highway? Others are cars also coming at the same speed. What will happen to you? They all will crash onto you, and then there is a big accident going to happen. Right? So you are not jeopardizing, risking other people's life. So I said, what you do is a bigger job. If you are not happy, just leave the job. Quit the job, find something you are happy. But we have to see it different. A soldier or a police officer, they are called that there is a domestic dispute at a home. They have to go. Somebody is trying to shoot somebody else in the household. Now what should the officer do? What will he do? He will have to use the extra power. Does he do with anger? He can't do. Judges people in the law, they cannot do anything legally with a mind of anger. Even the judge cannot send somebody to capital punishment with anger. It is bad according to the law. So the police officer has to do something. Why is it? To protect the other humans. Soldiers, they go for a war. They have to protect the borders. They are not simply shooting everybody. So now, with the complicated life that we are spending, we have to look at these things a little differently. But of course, initially, don't plan your life to end up with these careers in the first place. Don't plan unless you have no choice, right? That is how we look at it. And then while you are doing the job, please be careful, especially for those who planning to go into the marketing industry. Avoid these things. Kuhana, lapana, nemitti kata. Probably I can sort of, these ones. This means never scam other people. Never say untrue things to other people just to sell your product. Right? If you're going to be a sales rep, if you're going to be a promoter of a company, of a product, never ever, because you will get money, but then at the same time you probably may have cheated on other people. So do something that is good for your consciousness. That is always good. At the end of the day, you are happy. I'm really with my consciousness. I haven't done anything wrong to anybody. I made a living, I studied well, and now I end up with something that I really can be happy. All right. Any questions? Okay, you want me to explain everything? Okay. Kuhana means scheming, scamming. There are a lot of scammers now over the phone. They phone you, maybe on the other side of the world. You know that. Lapana means talking. I would say kind of a fake marketing, that there is a product. They say this is Ayurvedic product. They found from the Himalayas, maybe from China, but it is not. They found it from somewhere in their village, but they are selling to be this is from Himalayas. This is from there and that. So you are using your speech to, cheat on other people just to make a living. That's really bad. Nemitikata means hinting. Hinting means sometimes you don't precisely say you're gonna buy this one, but you indirectly making people to buy it. I think some of the vendors do that. Some of the business people do it. They are making you choiceless. They are making you choiceless, and then you have to buy it, right? So that is also bad way of making money. These are very, very subtle things. You don't see this in one job, second job, another job. I think every job may entail, so you have to be very careful. Nippesikata means belittling. That means you are despising, insulting other people to make, some people do. Some of the people who sell suffering on YouTube, they just go on a broadcast and then blame everybody, and people are watching. They make money at the end, right? Start criticizing other people. It will end up with a lot of money with the views. We should never do that. We should never sell other people's suffering, right? A lot of people do it online. They sell other people's suffering. They have to help other people, those who are suffering. Yes. See, everybody is looking at what is this, because they never get to see such a thing. They are biased. Yeah, see, we never know the ulterior motive. What is the behind motive in that, right? So, belittling. Labena labang nijakin sanata. This last one, which means that dividend to dividend, profit to profit. There are people who don't care about the ethical nature of this one, right? They are going by one product to the other product, but the product is with low quality, really low quality, really low stuff. But they know the market is good for them at this point, favorable for them. They go one by one. Maybe even digital money, right? And you know that digital money is not going to work at a certain point, particular, maybe crypto, whatever. But you're still selling that. You want money. You know it is bad. It is not going to work. You're still pursuing. You still telling people it's okay. Buy it. I mean, you are putting their life at risk. So don't do such also. So scamming, talking for money purposes, hinting, belittling, pursuing gain, and with gain. All right. Any questions about? I would like if you have any questions about now the stuff that we discussed. So what I'm trying to tell you is that with regard to the topic today, let's go back. How should Buddhists think through career choice? I don't know whether you all are Buddhists. You should be all Buddhist, huh? This is a Buddhist society, yeah? Shaman Buddhist society. Not all of you. Okay. Some of you may be newbies, maybe you just want to know. So whether you want to understand these as Buddhist or not, what is important is that whatever the career choices you are making should be moral, good for you, good for others too, not only good for you. At the same time, think about those careers that I fundamentally mentioned, work in different human smuggling and all that. We should not look for them at all. Some of the stuff we have to look at how things work, and also never ever fall into those kuhana lapana, scamming and all that kind of stuff. Then you are going to create a very good career choice because you are ethically good, ethical friendly. So you are going to really contribute to the society and to yourself. At the end of the day, at the end of your probably couple decades, you are going to be very happy about your life. I remember one lady who was, don't take it as an insult, somebody who worked in a lab, like a lab of where small animals going to be cut for experiments. And she did it for long, but now she's a retired person. Now she's worrying about it. She did with a lot of passion, but I'm thinking about my meditation practice. Those things come to my mind. I cut animals. So I asked her to look at the bigger picture of that thing. Why did you do that? Because you want to help the humans. If you do it just for the, make a living, it's a problem. So anybody who doesn't like such things further, they should find a different choice. All right, let's take a couple minutes for a Q&A. And then we will finish and then take a group photo after that. Any questions about our topic today, or any of your other questions of your life as somebody who is, I know only a couple people are going to graduate this year, others are still trying to study. Whatever you do, but I hope that you will do the best. So are you the only person who is doing English, like a language here? Oh, okay. Foundation. Are you international student or? Okay, what's your? Huh? Uzbekistan. Can you spell that for me? It's a country. Sorry, I'm ignorant about some of the. Yes. Good. Yes. And who are the other international students here? International students. You? What's your? Indonesia. Same. Others are all locals. You feel very happy, huh? You are happy people. How about her? Are you a local too? Indonesia. Okay, good. Yes, any questions about today's thing? Yes, go ahead. We have a camera, right? Sorry, mic? Do we have a mic? Better, because we are videotaping, so better to have it so everybody can hear. You can pass it around.
Okay, hello? Okay.
Yes.
Bhante, so what if sometimes we are like powerless against profit? Like, for example, in
Should be okay. Yeah, there's another. Yeah. No, you can give it this one. It's good for the video recording. So, yeah.
Okay, testing. Also, like in the case of the, I guess many of you know the infamous China milk powder case a few years ago, where of a lot of the infants who ate the baby powder died because of the poisonous content in the milk powder. And this might be a choice but for the managers to conduct this illegal activity. But maybe as the workers, we are maybe like say powerless or afraid to voice up our concern on this type of matter. What is your opinion on this type of situation?
I get the second part. What was the first part?
Because
why they are voicing up for?
Sorry?
What is the concern about voicing up?
Yes, like because I guess maybe the workers have a guilty conscience because they know that they have to do this type of illegal stuff to sustain themselves, but at the same time, they also may be worried about the consequences of their actions imposed by their superior. So what is there like a common ground? Because I think maybe some of the workers, they are not willing to do this, but they are like pressured by the upper management to do this anyway. Yeah.
All right. So I think few things you can think about, especially for those. Society cannot be changed in one day. Now society has been changing a lot. We have to be happy for that, right? Even though now they are talking about LGBTQ, feminism, rights of other people, but these things have been happening for long time in the past. But now they have been kind of a real narrative now, in today's world, whether they're good or bad, right? So I think personally you can make your own decisions if you are up there at a certain point. At the same time, as a society, maybe as a group, if the like-minded people can get together, they can voice up, and then we can sort of dispel those stereotypes. Yeah, definitely. Yes, if you can do it harmlessly. Yeah, always. But don't think that you can change it in 1 day, 2 days. It takes time. All right? Any others? You look sleepy after lunch? You can't think of a good question. You don't have to raise a good question. Just questions. Questions are questions. No, I was actually thinking if you could come up with something, if you can, that career choices, this topic is a very common topic. Everybody knows that I have to make a choice. But after I talked to you about Buddhist version, now what do you think about it? I think that's an interesting thing. After I explained to you about the Buddhist version, maybe some of the jobs and morality, virtue part, yeah, that dimension is very good intersection. Can you give the mic to him? Yes.
Okay, I saw at the very end of your presentation, it said that...
Questions. I made questions.
Yes, but before the question section, there was a sentence that said that money generated from bad karma cannot generate good karma. I want to hear more about that. When bad money is used to give dana and do good deeds...
Very good one. I think I forgot to explain some. Very good one. Actually, I made it. I was more open to listening to your version. That's why I skipped that part. Very good. Now in Buddhism, a lot of people, your parents, your grandparents, they all want to go to temple, offer dana. Like what you did today, huh? Yeah. You went to the dana hall, you offer, right? So in Buddhism, you cannot create good karmas if the money that you use to buy groceries, if the money you are offering in ampaus, you made it through bad ways. Like black money, you would do it, but you are not creating good karmas because they are not your money. That's very important. So the Buddha says, dana, if you want to do dana, offer something, that money has to be earned by you in a proper way. Now that means this career choice within the Buddhist perspective is really connected to even other practices, normal practices in the Buddhist person's day-to-day life. The Buddha says like that. Let's say somebody is doing a business in the black market, and he wants to be a big donor in the temple. The monks don't know. Maybe they need some donations, right? They may go with it. But what is really happening within it, they are not good karmas. Actually, what he is doing is that he stole other people's money, he made other people bad, and then now distributing that money. That is not creating good karma. Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay. So if like you are donating the black money to the dana, so is it like we are giving
Stolen money.
like
To the sangha.
from others people? So it's like the others people earning it instead of you.
No, other people didn't like you. That person took money. Maybe other people don't know. Other people are worrying every moment. My money. Somebody took it. That curse will come to that person's life. And then now he is doing good things. But they are not good. Apparently they are good, but they are not good. What is happening within that person's life?
I think what he's asking is that if this bad person is taking their money to do good karma things, the karma doesn't get transferred to those people. It doesn't work that way, right?
No. Because there is no good karma happening
Karma's
at all.
not transferable.
Even that person is not creating good karma. So how come other people getting good karma? It's not happening. Yes, Lala. Sorry, I didn't hear the last part of question. Thank you for explaining, though. Yeah.
Here I got a real experience. A lady talked. Her job is actually simple. Her job is only sending things. Receiving everything.
Logistic stuff.
Yeah, she is a logistic staff and she's just doing like office work. But she knows that the company is a scammer company.
Yeah.
This is a real story someone have ever shared with me.
Yeah.
She is working in a company that they sending people working illegally in Cambodia. Okay, but her job is everything legal.
Okay.
So, but overall, she's never involved in any illegal. But she knows that it is illegal thing.
Yeah.
So she feel like very in psychology, sentimentalist, she feel like very bad. So at the end, I just tell her, if you can leave, you leave. This is the only way if you can leave, you leave. If you cannot, you still need this income to bring bread to your family. Then you just put it.
The mic, yes.
So what?
Yeah. Some work.
It is not working.
It's not working.
Okay. Okay. So. How should, let's say, if we are in this situation?
Yes.
Okay. How should we? Face it, or how we should solve it?
Okay. Now you said to us that the lady has a legit job. She is working on a proper job. The what do you call, bad people hire a good person for a job. Right? That's what happened there. Those smugglers, those human smuggling people, trafficking people, they hired a good person for a normal job. Right? But the problem is at the end, she may be responsible for what they did too. That is other problem. So I think if she knows that there is smuggling happening, human trafficking happening, I think it is not a good idea to continue there. But she might say, no, I get good money. Good pay, because they are not proper money. Right? So I think if she is not happy, if she knows, if she is regretting about it, probably it is high time to make a. Maybe that lady didn't know till some time. Then okay, she doesn't know. Then she left. Yes, she made the right choice. Sometimes we are doing good things for bad people. So we are part of that bad chain. But okay, because we don't know. But once we find out, we gotta walk away, right? Yeah, we have no intention, but while we knowing that this is bad, it's okay, I get good money, continue, that is not a good thing. Because one day you know you cheated on people.
Oh, but
Yes.
sometimes we might be questioned why I will get the high pay, like
Yeah, money
where is the money come from?
Like you
Like-
mean like if you're getting a good
Yes,
pay,
and then that company maybe like sometimes we will compare with our friends, like we are having the same level, but why maybe my pay is higher than hers, so it will make a questions like why they will generate so much of revenue or anything. So it might be having some bad things behind that company.
okay, what you mean is that with your colleagues, sometime at a certain point in your life, you may size up the pay scale, why that person, my friend, is making more money, and then why you are not. Oh,
No, she the one to get higher pay.
okay, like them.
Compared to the other friend.
Yes. Now the problem is that if that friend is not doing a legit job within not within our context which we said, then he or she is making money as being a part of that kind of a illegal cohort. That means I think we don't want to then imagine us in her position, right? Because it's not true money, real money. But let's say you have a friend who has really made to that point, good money, real good money, and then you wanted to think about, then it might be a good idea. Yeah, so that is how we have to think, because we always go by the moral or immoral ground. So yes,
I have a
we'll take another 2 questions and then we'll wrap this up because of time, because I have another talk in the evening too in Shalam. Yes, go ahead please.
Okay, so I've heard of some Buddhist lectures before saying that, like, there are indirect ways of having a brighter future. Like, for example, if I do good things, I accumulate good virtues and merits, and then gradually it will attract more better opportunities for myself. Is that actually true? And if it's true, then what are some of the things that we can do, maybe even now at this stage, so we can have a clearer future and maybe have better opportunities for ourselves?
Can we make it little simple and short? Yeah,
Like
question.
example?
Mhm.
Okay, so for example, if I make donations to the vihara or to the sangha,
Yeah.
then these are blessings, right? It's
Yes.
a field of blessings. Then how do these blessings come in terms of our career and jobs?
Good. Yes. All right. I think it depends on the state of your mind. Some people, they donate even small amount of money, expecting a lot in their life. The Buddha said, when you offer anything to somebody, never ever have any expectations. In my own words, if you are donating with your right hand, never let the left hand know that you're donating with the right hand. Right? Because you don't have to show. Right? So when you offer, do it by reducing your greed towards the money. Right? Because we have lots of greed about the money, because I think you will know that when you go for the first job, the first salary, you will see how much greedy are you for that money. Hard work. This is what I got for many years of hard working, right? So then in Sri Lanka, what they do is they come and donate it to the father and mother, and then part of the temple. That money, that's the blessing, right? Because you're going to make a lot of money after that. So I think they definitely come to you. The merits are complementary. Let's say you are giving some part of your salary by understanding that you are saving up money and you are using portion of that money to the temple. Because of the intensification of your mind, they will really help you in your future career success. But each person's case is different. Let's say 10 of you go to a temple, offer some money, and then you all expecting the same result at the same time. It is not going to happen. The maturation of the karma is very different from one to one. There may be somebody who doesn't do anything in this life, no donation, but he gets everything. She gets everything. Why is it? In past lives, she or he had done a lot of good karmas. That's the reason. This life, he or she doesn't do, next life she or he won't get it anything. This is what happens. It's a very complicated thing. I would say what you can do is that do what you can, but save up some money definitely in today's world, because now the governments, everything are letting you to spend everything, right? So try to save up some money, and that will be good. So definitely they are coming back to you as a complimentary thing. Any of you?
No more questions?
Yeah, if there is no more question.
Maybe we give certificate of appreciation.
Sister Lala, can we do it after the transference of merits? Okay. Then we can take the group photo after that. All right, Dhamma folks, friends, I would say children, teenagers, because with your age, I would say thank you for coming over here. At the same time, I want to say that I taught you, I think, how many of you were in the classes online when I teach? I taught your introduction to Buddhism course. You were there, remember? You were there. You were there too, because I couldn't see all of you because the Zoom was very, like small. Okay, most of you were there. So I taught probably in May and June. Yes. April, yes. I was able to teach 3 courses, and then Bhante, Hema Loka, and Saddhananda taught all of you. And so I'm happy to teach you after some time. This was one of the latest times that I taught young crowd. I've been actually time to time teaching some undergrads too. Lately I had a class with students from same course, Introduction to Buddhist Studies, from the University of Wisconsin-Madison. They are a little different. They are more into mindfulness. The instructor is the American style, more into mindfulness. But this is our heritage. When you learn from a Buddhist background, you get to learn what to do. What could be my career choice? Okay, so let's transfer all the good karmas to the departed people and the devas.